guys, so today I am going to make a little bit more serious video again, and since it's actually raining outside, so I think it's totally perfect time to make another video. And today I have decided to tell you 10 things what you should not do when you live in Estonia or when you come here as a tourist. Such rules are actually followed in many cultures and many countries, so they are not so Estonian based, but definitely these are the behaviors or things what you should know if you want to come here, you want to live here, and you do not want to get those very negative experiences. First thing is definitely do not expect everyone to speak Russian. I think whoever comes to Estonia with the mentality that Estonia as a previous Soviet Union country knows Russian, we are basically like Latvia or Ukraine or Belarus who can speak Russian as a second language. No, that's not a case at all. Russian has become more like a foreign language over here, and actually in Estonia there are loads of schools who teach German instead of Russian, so definitely Russian is not so widely spoken here. Majority of people who are born in late 80s up to 2000s, they do not speak Russian. Whoever speaks Russian is either a Russian or they just are so interested in learning Russian that they've learned it like you learn any other language, such as French or Spanish or whatever language. Russian is not a second language here. More people in Estonia speak English or any other language than they do Russian. When it comes to Estonia, do not come here with the mentality that everyone speaks Russian, especially when you go to clothing stores or some cafes and so on. Majority of serving jobs, they're not the role model that just because you met the Russian then everyone speaks Russian. No, this is actually extremely disrespectful to come to Estonia and expect everyone to speak Russian. Speak English. English is a neutral language that even a Russian who works as a customer service worker should know English. I think it's not normal that any customer service worker in the world does not speak English. English is international language, and it's always a language what you should use if you are in a country what doesn't speak English, and you can definitely get a service in English in any country, in any kind of store or any kind of institution. The second thing is don't be loud. Estonians love quietness, we love peace, we don't want some unnecessary noise, we don't want people who just do and live life in a way what is going to become annoying to other people. When you live in a private house, then definitely you can notice pretty quickly in what house Estonia lives and Russian. So definitely Russians in general are very loud people. They just do a lot of noise. I don't know where such behavior comes from, but definitely when you live in a neighborhood or in a city where majority of people are Estonians, then definitely you can notice how quiet that is. And I think one of the things when you come to live in Estonia, you have to get used to with being quiet here. When you're in a public transportation, speak quietly. You don't need to scream, you don't need to have some loudspeakers on. It's super annoying. And definitely when you talk to your friends on the street, don't scream, just speak normally, be a normal person. When you have a lot of people around, try to be rather quiet than screaming. Estonians dislike loud noise. Number 3, be clean. Don't throw away trash wherever you like to. Don't throw away your cigarette buns everywhere. Don't throw gum on the street. When you have a dog and you walk a dog, pick up the fucking shit on the floor, literally. Yesterday I was super shocked when I was walking on the city and I saw people walking their dogs and they carried those plastic bags with them. It shows respect. You have a dog who is literally shitting everywhere, like please clean it. It's not normal. I know in some cultures that's totally normal when you just throw the trash around like no one cares. One thing what I loved about United States was the fact that they had signs everywhere. If you throw the trash on the ground, you will be fined $1,000. I think such signs should exist in every country. Otherwise, some people will never learn, and you only learn if you have to pay for it. So definitely in Estonia, we have lots of bins everywhere, and if you happen to find an area where you cannot find a bin, then carry plastic bags with you and throw it away when you see a bin. Don't throw it away in the forest or whatever. Nature for Estonians is extremely important place, and we respect it. We don't throw trash in the forest. Number 4, don't offend Estonians and the language, and don't look down on us. A lot of foreigners who move here come here for a reason. They obviously are not happy with the country they come from, and they move here because they got some business opportunities and so on. So the main point is they came here to earn money. Or you met a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, and you moved over here. Majority of times it's because life is better here and you moved here. Even if you have a life partner who is Estonian, if the life was that great in your own country, then you guys would have moved there. And a lot of people, especially from certain countries, come here especially to work in the ET sector, and they look down on Estonians. If Estonians were as bad as you guys think we are, your country would be more digitally developed if you guys as a whole would be so hardworking, so great. It's not like Estonians are very, very hardworking people. Even Scandinavian countries know that when they do business with Estonians. We are very hardworking people, and just because you think you are the best, you are literally nobody. You are not Elon Musk or Bill Gates that you've actually achieved something and you actually do something. You're just one screw in this whole system. Stop being so egoistical and arrogant and thinking that you are the big deal. You're not a big deal. There's so many people like you here. And the fact that a lot of foreigners move here and have this attitude that they don't need to learn Estonian, that, oh, everyone already speaks English. You have no idea how much information you've been left out of because you don't speak Estonian. You have no idea how many interactions and connections you could have if you spoke Estonian. You have no idea. And you think that just because a lot of people speak English, you are being left out by so many things. In Twitter, in Reddit, like there's so many social media groups and forums and stuff like that where Estonians sharing so much good information. Recently there was an article that an Indian guy moved to Estonia and he owned some restaurants, and after he learned Estonian, his business literally developed in crazy speed. He got so many connections, he opened even more restaurants. And that article is a proof that if an Indian guy can learn Estonian, and he can prove that by knowing Estonian, his businesses grew and grew and grew, you can do it also. And the thing is, with a lot of foreigners, they think just because they got this one ET job opportunity here and they earn good money, that's it. Like, they don't need to improve as a person, they don't want to get even better connections here and stuff like that. You are like seeing the house, but you're not let inside the house. You have no idea what's going on there, and you think that your life is great just because you don't speak the language. It's so crazy to me. Like, I think one of the signs of intelligence is the fact that you want to become part of the society. And how to become part of the society, you have to learn the language. Number 5 is being overly emotional and dramatic. Estonians are being called stone-hearted, we are being called emotionless. That's not true at all. Not all cultures are overly traumatic, being offended by everything and having those whole bunch of nonsense issues. If you have a problem, then Estonians are going to say it as it is. We are not trying to hurt you on purpose. We are just very straightforward people. We don't have a filter. If you go to Japan, you are never ever going to get the truth from a Japanese person, because that's part of their culture to be extremely polite to you, and talking about emotions is not that big thing there. When you go to America, then Americans are very emotional, they're very dramatic, they love to use loads of adjectives. That's just their culture. When you go to, I don't know, Serbia, people are going to be very honest with you. They're going to say to you as it is without the filter. That's how different cultures are. And Estonia are definitely the ones who are very, very blunt, very honest. If you want straightforward, very raw opinion, go to Estonia. They will tell you as it is. That's it. And that's one of the things what I definitely will forever love about Estonians, is that we don't have a filter. Political correctness, we do not do that here. Estonians are very filter free. Our humor is as honest as it can be. We are very honest people. We are literally on point. We arrive on time. Our laws are just saying as it is. Our language saying as it is. If you learn Estonian, you never have to second guess anything. It's just how it is. As you see it, as it is. Number 6, take off your shoes. When you enter the house, take off your shoes. Estonians do not walk into the house while wearing outside shoes. It's freaking disgusting. I don't even want to know how much dirt you can literally see inside the house if you walk in with the outside shoes. Number 7, concrete conversation. Estonians are very straightforward people, as I mentioned before. If you come to Estonia, especially if you come here to work, be prepared that if someone is giving you feedback, it's going to be as straightforward as possible. Estonians handle business over here a very straightforward way. If you come here and you're a very sensitive person who gets offended a lot, then definitely Estonian culture is not for you. You are going to cry every day, so definitely you're going to need a loads of Xanax here if you're a very sensitive person. But definitely Estonians handle business in very straightforward way. We just do things that way. Number 8, keep your distance. When COVID happened and government told us to have 2 meters space between us, we were very disappointed, because usually it's 5 meters. Estonians love private place. If you know the hula hoop, then definitely you should be aware of how big that is. Definitely you should keep that much space around us. We love space. We don't want you to be very close to our face. We feel like you are attacking our personal space. And definitely when you see Estonians speaking on the street, you can see the space between them. That's just our thing. Don't come too close to our face. If I can see your eye color, you're way too close. Number 9, constant complaining and comparing Estonia to other countries. Definitely every country has their problems, whether it's an immigration problems, whether there's police brutality, there's religion, whatever problems there are, every country has them. Due to recent news, even in Scandinavia, you are not safe from shooting and stuff. No country is safe anymore. They have problems everywhere. And the fact that so many people compare Estonia to Sweden and other countries who have never been under either owned by Germany or by Soviet Union, you cannot compare these two countries. It's basically like telling French people, how come you guys are not developed as much as America? Like, these countries are completely different. So definitely Americans have been saved by a lot of wars, and I think that the actual last war that they had was in 1800s. And Europe has had 2 world wars. So definitely you cannot compare a lot of countries without knowing their actual history. How can a country develop economically if they've been owned by another country which has totally different way of ruling? How can you have capitalistic democratic country if you've been owned by a communism? It factually cannot happen. So please, if you come to Estonia, stop comparing us to everyone else. My recommendation to you is learn history. Go to Google and learn Estonian history, learn where we come from, and then we can have a discussion. I am quite aware that there are so many Europeans who have no idea where even Estonia is. I have literally no idea. Did they even go to school? Like when I had my geography class, I had it for 5 years. And what did we learn in geography class? Freaking world map. That was the first thing. We had to learn even where every African country is. No one saved us from that. And if you feel that your education system was lacking in that part, go to Google, learn the word map, and then we can have a discussion about everything else. I think there are certain things what people should know before you are going to interact with other people, because if you're not that intelligent even in the minimal level, such as knowing countries, it's not like you are supposed to know every African accent or something, or any Asian village. It's not that. Like, know at least the basic countries, or at least where some country belongs to. And that's one of those things what I love about the Estonian education. We actually learn important things. And number 10 is expecting stereotypes such as xenophobia, racism, homophobia, whatever phobias there are. Definitely that's not true. Just because Estonia was a previous Soviet Union country does not mean that our culture is not diverse or we have something against LGBTQ plus. Definitely not. If I'm aware, then yeah, gay marriage is not legal here yet, but it's not because of Estonian people. It's because we have extremely dumb government, and those politicians who do such things are mainly voted by people who actually do not even hold Estonian passport. A lot of those people have been voted there because they have a living permit here. A lot of decisions why certain group of people may not have so good life in Estonia is not because of the actual culture or history or whatever. It's because of politicians in the government. They are the reason why so many things are lacking in Estonia, why millions of euros have been spent but could have been invested into certain areas. Whatever Estonia has not done yet is 99% because of the politicians in the government, not because Estonian people do not want to. A lot of Estonians are very accepting of whatever pronoun someone wants to use and whatever, even though when you have to sign a legal papers, you have to be either female or male. So definitely those pronouns are just for your own happiness. But if we actually have to define your gender, then you have to define that. But definitely Estonians in general are very accepting. We have diverse culture, which means you can see a whole bunch of races here. No one is going to get brutalized by police and so on. That has been proven by a lot of people of colors, so definitely that's not just my opinion. Do not come here with an attitude that, oh, because I'm part of that group of people, no matter what characteristic you own, you're going to get bullied or having some sort of interaction with people. Majority of people who come here and have actual negative experiences, they have very big part of why certain issues actually happen. They already come here with that attitude that those people are for sure looking for a problem. They are for sure being discriminative to me because I am part of that specific characteristic. No, that's a complete bullshit. I know loads of people who come from very controversial groups of people and they have extremely good life here. No one is going to abuse them, harass them, whatever. Estonians themselves are getting harassed by loads of other people. So my opinion is that don't come to Estonia with some stereotypes or expecting certain situation to happen. Come here with a blank slate, learn the freaking language, and just become part of this society. Be aware what is going on. Don't vote for whoever you feel like it. If you do not speak Estonian, ask Estonians, hey, what do you think about this political party, and so on. If you want a real opinion, go to Reddit, go to Estonian group there, and you can ask there. There's over 50,000 Estonians. Majority of them are very educated people who actually share very valid opinion of things. And definitely, if you have questions, you can go to Reddit and ask that. There's so many nice people who actually know what is going on. You don't have to believe like one or two people who have bad experiences. If you actually want to know what is going on in Estonia, even outside of Tallinn, go to Reddit. Reddit is a great place, and I've noticed recently that loads of foreigners are going there and asking questions, and they're actually getting loads of answers. Thank you for watching today's video. If you have any topics what I'm not covered yet and you are very interested to know because you're actually moving to Estonia and stuff, you can always comment. I like and see and answer every comment. Thank you for watching today's video, and see you next time.